Happy Friday, late as always, but it's fine. I don't give a time for a reason, so technically not late. Today I want to talk about something that I see quite often in squatting, or people that squat, and this is what they call an immature squat. So anything that you're fighting for your points performance, you're fighting to get below parallel, you're fighting for something that's super important in the squat, but you compromise something else that could possibly, but more likely so, be important. So I wanted to show you how to fix that. First of all, I just want to show you what that is, because it's kind of important that you know what it is. So I'm going to face away from the wall instead of fighting with the wall now. So an immature squat, you'll see I'll keep my weight on the heels. Obviously you can't see my feet, so that's not the point. The point is that you're fighting to get below parallel, and what normally happens, what you see the most, is that you cantilever your chest super forward, so you're going to drop your chest in that fact of fighting to get your hips down. So it's going to look something like this. So we don't want our chest to drop that much. We want to try to keep it up above our hips, definitely. It obviously puts a lot of pressure on your back, because you're fighting so hard to get below parallel that your shoulders, or your hips more so, are actually hinging so much and putting a lot more pressure than what it should be on the squat. So why does this happen? Most of the time it's probably lack of mobility. It can be other things like knee injuries, ankle injuries, but most of the time it's restriction of mobility. So it's really nothing serious. Unless you can obviously not get that mobility back. You've got, you've had an op and there's just no way that mobility, it will definitely get better, but it might not ever get back to that full recovery. But most of the time we can definitely improve on it. So no stress, we can fix things, we can make things better. So one way that I absolutely love, and I wish everyone would do this more, and that's why I want to show you, because I really hope that you take this away to try to do more squat therapy, and this is what they call it, is trying to get you to face the wall, and now suddenly my chest can't drop that low if I have a wall here in front of me. So the idea is to stand up against the wall, facing the wall, and try not touch the wall. So if I have an extreme case of a immature squat, I'm obviously not going to be that close to the wall as of such, because it's going to be really hard for them to keep their chest up suddenly. So they're going to be here. I'm going to think about sending my hips back, down, try really hard to keep that chest up and not fight and not touch the wall, fighting to keep that chest up. And as it gets better, we move closer to the wall. The biggest thing that I see when people do this is the fact that suddenly they want to show off and get super close to the wall, that they start duck footing out and start doing really weird things. That's not the point. Try and get as close to the wall without obviously altering everything. So I don't want a super wide squat suddenly. I don't want a super duck foot. You can't see my feet, but you don't want a super duck foot squat suddenly. You don't want to be arching your back in this excessive pose to make sure that you don't touch the wall. You just want a nice, plain and simple squat that the wall is just going to give you feedback of, hey, I'm still here. You need to keep your chest up a bit more to not touch me. So we get a little closer to the wall. I want to initiate with my hips, so I want to send my hips back first. I don't want a knee initiated squat, I want a hip initiated squat. I send my hips back first, hips go back and down, and now the wall is just a little bit closer, giving me a little bit more pressure to be like, hey, I'm here, don't touch me. Don't touch me. Sending hips back, going all the way down, pressure's there, don't touch the wall, stay back on the heels, stay back with those knees out, and coming up. So we're looking at all of those points of performance of stay back on the heels, keep your knees out, keep your hips back, get your hips back first, and then go down. And then don't let that chest fall forward, which is going to give you that feedback of obviously don't touch the wall or not. So what happens if I get to a case now where obviously I'm so used to cantilevering forward so much that now suddenly by having this wall here I can't go below parallel? That's absolutely fine. We raise the target. So now I go, going below parallel isn't that important. I want to make sure that your chest stays up first. So needy little chair comes into place. where I'm like, this is your new target. The biggest thing is to keep your chest up, don't touch the wall, try touch your target, and then stand. So it's gonna look something like this. Keeping my chest up, hips go back and down, I don't touch the wall, I touch my target, and then I stand. I didn't even test that to make sure that I do touch the target. Could have fallen right on my face there. So that happens where we've got a serious case, our chest cantilevers us forward, now suddenly the wall's there, I can't get below parallel. That's absolutely fine. We set ourselves a target, you know that you've got to touch your target. Now instead of going below parallel, we go below to our target, and then the target can get lower and lower and lower as we get more comfortable. But I'm looking for this fight to make sure that our chest can stay up and we still maintain these amazing points of performance where we still stay back on the heels, we still think about driving our knees out, and we still now, instead of going below parallel and worrying about how low the squat is, making sure the squat is all good and all those sorts of other performances, but our target is there to still know that we're really trying to get depth. And then as we get more comfortable, the depth becomes lower, suddenly the chest can stay up and we can go below parallel, which is then a fantastic squat, and that's what we want to work out, and that's what we can get. Those are the results that you can get from a squat therapy, and all you need is a wall and a chair, or if you're at a box, then you can pop a couple of plates under a wall ball just so the wall ball doesn't move around, and then take weight plates away and drop the wall ball to the floor as you become more and more comfortable. You might start up really high, and you might start on a normal box or, like I said, a chair, and then get lower down as you feel more comfortable. So I hope you take this away. I hope you try a couple of wall squat therapies now. Give it a go. Let me know how it feels, because you will feel it in the back, and that's completely normal. Your back is working really hard in a squat, actually, if you make it work hard, and that is the issue, is that we tend to not use everything. We get kind of lazy in the movement because it's a body weight movement, and we think it's not that hard, we don't need to work that hard, but we can make it as hard as what we like and make sure that all of those beautiful stabilizers are working, and that way we getting the most out of that squat. So thank you so much, guys. Happy Friday. I'm going to share some more information in a little post, try make a little post, and then I'm going to send that out just so you've got it all nicely written down for you as well. Thanks for sharing, guys, or thanks for watching. I'll share this video now and have a great weekend. Thanks so much, guys.